Good morning. I'm Dr. Stephanie Ardrey, known as Dr. Money. Welcome to Money and Mindset. I'm coming to you live from St. Thomas, Jamaica. And today we are talking about manifestations which occur as a result of having the correct mindset, as well as just thinking about the planning and the activities that you have set forth for this year. Taking a pulse, because we're already about 5 weeks into, more than 5 weeks into the year, because we're already the second week into February. So where are you as it relates to the goals and objectives that you set for the year? And I want to bring in Dr. Story so she can jump in on this conversation as well. Good morning, Dr. TG.
Good
How you
morning.
doing?
Good morning. Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing very good.
Goal setting, goals.
Absolutely. Because you know what I was thinking about? Everything that's been happening with this Jamaica experience and connections, these are about true manifestations. These were things that I had stated as dreams, as goals, but it's amazing how some begin to manifest. You may not realize that it's happening now. Like, in the beginning, when you plan a goal, you think, oh, it's in the future. But what happens when it's no longer in the future? It's right here and you're living that dream, and you have to catch up to that reality that I've been saying, come on, Almighty, come on, ancestors, I'm ready for it. It's like, okay.
We know our goals are our manifestations, not just of the future, but of our present moment. So living in the present moment is so important to getting to where you want to be. Without actually being in that state, this is coming, but it also is. And it's kind of it sounds, mystical and all that kind of stuff, but it really isn't. It's living your life in the moment so that you step into that next moment when that opportunity opens for you. And that's how our goals become manifestations of the things that we saw in the future.
It's so amazing because I thought about it, back at the end of the year, the cold and holidays sometimes can make me a little melancholy because I'm missing my mom, I'm missing my dad, I miss those kind of encounters. And so you kind of get used to that. And with COVID, that has been even, I think I'd say a more strain on that closeness for families, having to stay distant, you're missing. Digitally, yes, you're able to recreate it, but a lot of people had not had that going on. Unlike your family, you guys have already been using the digital connection to stay connection for years. So when COVID hit, this wasn't anything new for you all. You already are like, oh yeah, we got this down. We know how to stay connected. But for a lot of families, it's a psychological thing because they weren't prepared for it. And so what they're unable to enjoy the now of it because they're thinking about what used to be or what they're missing.
And so connection is important, even if it's a digital connection. So we did have a digital connection, but the thing we missed is our gatherings, because we would gather for holidays. So we may gather on the East Coast for Thanksgiving or on the West Coast for Christmas. And our gathering that we were supposed to have in 2020 was actually in Disney. And the young people in our family were so excited because we were going to Disney World. And we had all of our rooms booked. Everything was booked. And we were just so looking forward to getting together and feeling the energy of being together and connected. And this pandemic and what the pandemic has caused absolutely has interrupted that connection, even though we have a digital connection. So the goals had to shift so that the connection becomes a little different. It's sort of like shifting your story. So we're changing our story as we go, but we still keep those goals in our minds so that we can manifest them. And again, like you said, you get a little melancholy. Sometimes things aren't happening as quickly as you want them to happen. You're not, it's cold instead of sun coming through. You have, for me, I have cold beach water instead of warm beach water, but you adjust and you say, I'm still walking into the space where I want to be. We still are here. So as my mom would say, every day above ground is a good day. So we're still
Absolutely.
here, number one, and we still can see something coming forward for us. And in terms of mindset and money, when we mix the two of those and start talking about how do we manifest the things that we want in our life, because we know money is the bartering tool to make those things happen, we really have to keep our mindsets clear, because a lot of things within this isolated space would encourage us to do things outside of what our goals should be for money and saving. A lot of us start to replace that isolation with takeout food instead of, preparing food at home. You want something different. We're looking for a different experience. We may charge up a lot more cable networks than we normally do. Like, may as well get HBO Stars, Cinemax, put everybody, because I don't have anything to do. So I need to watch more TV. So now we're ingesting things that are counterproductive to the goals that we have. So it's important for us to look out on the horizon and also in the present moment. Goals, it's what's going to get you to really, really reach that goal. You were in the cold desert, which people don't understand. The desert gets cold. Vegas gets cold. A lot of people do it all the time. But you were in that space, still seeing the end game was, that the goal was going to be there. So you still were getting up, going out to walk, enjoying nature, because you knew when you get to Jamaica, you're going to get out, you're going to walk, you're going to enjoy nature. So still being in that present moment as if you're already in your goal. So then when you get to the goal, it's just like, I know how to do this. I've been doing it already in the cold. I definitely can do it in the heat,
No, it's absolutely true. Hey, Greg, good morning to you. We see you there. Thanks for tuning in and watching. But yeah, it's really true. One of the things that I was going to share, though, is that one of the God angels that was delivered to me as like a God mom, angelly mother here on earth, she had me write down a couple of sentences that she told me that she wanted me to repeat, or at least to read every day for at least 30 days. And she said, if you just do this every day for 30 days, you're going to see something shift. And so I want to share that because I was thinking about where we are just about the middle of February. We're about 6 weeks into the year of 2021. And already a lot of new things have happened. There's been a change in leadership. There's a lot of things going on. There's been an increase with the vaccinations. There's just all kinds of things that appear to be moving. But one of the things that hasn't fully resumed is 100%, going back, connecting with everyone in the manner that we did without having to have masks and all of those things. But we have to have the faith that those things will happen as well. So what I want to share with you all is these things, because I'm going to tell you some things really happen. The first one is, I am receiving now. And then she said, I am receiving all of the wealth the universe has for me now. And I thought that those two sentences and the idea of now really crystallized the importance of being able to stand on, it's not in the future. How about it be right now? Because sometimes I think we can do that. We can plan goals, we can have dreams, and we kind of believe that the timeline is a significant amount of time between when you state it and when it shows up and manifests in your life. But it's not always that. Sometimes you've actually been doing the work along the way. It's just being ready to receive and command. It's right around you. And you don't realize until you command it to manifest now. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. That's what we just talked about, being in that present moment. So being in the present moment is about being in the now. Do it right now. You're walking and living in that present moment and being there. And I love the statement, I am receiving now. Because we are in another sense, think about who we are. We're human beings. We're not human future beings, no, we're beings. We're being in the moment, in the now, in the present. So as we live our life and live in that present moment, understanding what the goals are, that present moment with those goals in mind, with that future manifestation, what you're bringing in and manifesting in mind, that is how you reach the goal. I am receiving now. And one of the Facebook users typed in, I'm receiving now. And it's a wonderful thing to wake up to and to keep in your vocabulary, to have as a mantra, a wonderful mantra. And Greg commented that good habits and bad habits can form in 30 days.
Absolutely.
This is a good habit to have mantras, positive mantras of what is happening right now, such that it is going to be as well. Put that as a habit in your life and do it for 30 days. You will be shocked at how things manifest when you take a habit and form it for 30 days. Trust me, we've taken some habits that we shouldn't have and formulated them for 30 days, especially during this COVID time in our lives. Because of, again, not an excuse, but also an excuse. So it is something that definitely, with the isolation, with having to be in, this is a time when people just didn't necessarily know how to manage their time, how to manage a situation. You may not be as connected with people that normally could help you with good habits, but that might be another good habit to form. Make sure you're connected with the right people right now, even if it's just an accountability partner to touch base with. I have Melanie Perry's watching us. That's a good accountability partner, because every time I think about Melanie, I think, oh, I probably should watch how I spend. I'm going to have to write this down one day and she'll see it. So that helps me with my spending habits, having an accountability partner like that.
Absolutely. It's so important.
Like, I want Melanie to be proud of me.
It's so true. It's absolutely true. You want to make sure that you have good partnerships and good accountability. And I can say that's exactly what you did. You won't believe it. I was just talking to Dr. Oliver, and he said, you know, you're really shaping up pretty nicely. I said, that Dr. Thyonne put that carnival on my mind. And no matter what I try to do, it's almost like I look at the meal and it's like, no, that's not good. You know, I don't even want it. I don't have no desire for anything bad, only good stuff. And it's like between that and the workouts, and you know, it's like, wow, it's all working. And he was saying, look at how fast you're transforming. Like, I didn't realize you could transform your body that fast. And I said, yeah, you get somebody on you about something, you'll know what to do. Quickly, you'll get it done.
Yeah, that is also a part of goal setting, Dr. Money, is set our minds to something with the right mindset. When we set our mind to something, it's amazing what your physical body can do. Think about when a mother, they have the story of women who maybe were in a car accident and their child was in the car and the car needed to be moved. Literally, they could move a car, move a mountain, with your mindset in the right place. So when you commit to something, when you commit to it and say, I am doing this, this is the way to do it, it is possible to do it. I hike with a group. There's usually at least one guy who's there who leads us. And when we go hiking, he calls us Black Girl Magic Hikes. And we just go hiking, and every time he gets us to a different mountainous peak to hike, I think, is he crazy? We're not going to be able to get up this thing. But he starts going up there, and we all just trek right on, and we do it. Now, I happen to be a little afraid of heights, and so I have to stay very focused doing it. And I just look down. I can't look up, because if I look up, scares me of how high we're going. So I just keep looking one step in front of the other. And I literally say that it's one step in front of the other, one step in front of the other, and just singing a little song or something, keeping my eye on the path, keeping my eye on the prize. Like I don't even have to know where I'm going because I know we're all headed up this way. And then when we get to the top of that mountain, oh my God, the view to die for. We usually hike in Kennethon Park or other parks in the area, but wow, just amazing. Setting that goal, we're going wherever he goes, we're going to get there. We're going with him, and we do it. So setting the goal, reaching the mark, it's about putting one foot in front of the other, having the mindset that you can. Just we have to know that we can. I love the phrase "impossible doesn't exist" because I'm. So the word impossible is actually I'm possible. So to know that, to walk in I'm possible, I can, I will, I am receiving. That's who we are. We are human beings receiving, loving every day.
Absolutely. Well, it's so interesting because when you and I had our beautiful trip here last year and we spent those months just, taking it in and planning and repositioning, I remember thinking, I didn't know, my dream had always been, 20 something years ago to buy an island, develop it, and live on my island. And I used to always tell people, there's going to be a time I'll be on my island. The technology, you'll see me from head up, and my feet will be in my water, and I'll be in my happy place. Like that was my thing, right? And then I think sometimes in your mind you go, but I need to do this, and then I need to do that, and then I need to do that in order for that to happen, right? And so it's amazing how the Almighty and the ancestors can act as GPS and get you to a destination, even when you think you're off path. It's like it's recalculating, and getting you there. And so I remember kind of along with this conversation that we were having, and then after spending 3 months away, and then even admitting that I wasn't even homesick, like I wasn't even ready to leave at 3 months. I just had to leave because I had to go and take care of some things. But wow, I'm ready to come right back, right? And so then I said, wow, is now a possibility? Let me investigate. A few things were presented, and it's like now is the possibility. It's happening now. So I had shared with you briefly that I was recently appointed to a board, and of course we'll be coming out with some more public releases about those things. But just from our last year to right now, only 6 weeks into this year, I'm already looking at what it's going to take to establish permanent residency and really moving forward with many of these business opportunities that are here. And it feels gratifying to not only find an opportunity where I can do the work that I love with the passion and love that I bring to it, but to have a community of people who desire and seek, that knowledge and that input and that help and what it is that they're doing. I mean, there's nothing better than that. I remember just every day excited about getting up and going to work to see what challenge I was going to take on and what problem I would get to solve that day. And it's this, but tenfold,
And I know, Dr. that Jamaica is your happy place. So going into a space that you really enjoy and you love is a part of manifesting your true self. And so I'm happy that you found that place. Now, I know you also have put together something while you're there to celebrate our American roots of Black History Month. And tell us a little bit about the event that you have coming up for Blacks in Jamaica. And I'm going to grab a cord because my power is going down. So tell us about the event that's coming up for Black History Month, Blacks in Jamaica.
Absolutely. So 420 Wellness Jamaica is a company that was formed in order to bring holistic health and wellness, as well as to provide input and guidance around wealth creation. So you have really, I'd say, some of the smartest doctors around, all bringing their specific talents and expertise together in order to contribute to a whole. And so for Black History Month, we decided that we would claim the last Saturday of Black History Month and make that our annual event. And so Black in Jamaica is an opportunity for us to create a fundraiser where we're going to be able to create a seed fund to help the farmers, because a lot of times when each season, each set of planting, there's a number of investments that are required. You need, to invest in not only the ingredients, but tools and prepare the soils and things of those natures to prepare to begin to not only plant, but then also to harvest and get those crops to market. And so a lot of the Jamaican farmers supply the local hospitality industry. And so because of COVID, obviously the hospitality tourism has taken a big hit. So there's a decline from the restaurants and the hotels who would normally be the market consumers. And as a result, that has impacted the farmers as well. And there are no immediate tools for relief. So we decided to let's get together and see what we could do, because we have crops. I mean, we have mangoes that are ripe, that are ready to be packaged and delivered to markets. And on top of this, so it's not only having the product, but they literally have markets ready to purchase the product. So it's like, we just need to fill this small gap in resources, and then they are on their way to having the ability to sustain themselves, right? By diversification to these additional markets that have presented themselves, they in the future will not just be limited to the local market. So this becomes a methodology of sustaining their farming operations while also capitalizing on opportunities to grow. So Black in Jamaica is a virtual festival. It's the last Saturday of the month. It's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time, and it's meant to educate, empower, and entertain you. So we have a number of exciting speakers, both Jamaican, all over the world. There are virtual DJs that'll be doing segments and introductions and presentations. Dr. Thyonne is going to bring us an empowering message. We're excited about that. We have Dr, who's a reggae artist, normally in Canada. He happens to be here home in Jamaica. We have Prophecy. We have Tin Colder, who's coming from the US. He's performing one of many, but he has a song called Black. So he's performing, of course, a song called Black. And it's just going to be an exciting day. I'm looking forward to sharing the information about entrepreneurship to encourage entrepreneurs to really think about the possibilities and the opportunities that virtual markets and presentations make available in terms of expanding your brand. Dr. is going to talk about your health. And, he's always saying to bring your health Black anyway, meaning to take your health back to the holistic practices that our family, our ancestors used originally, the practices that were how they healed their bodies. So all of those things. Oh, there you go. Look at you, Dr. TG. You're the woman.
Let's add that up for you to see. There's your Black in Jamaica. I saw that the other day. I was like, hey, I'm somewhere in Jamaica. What happened?
Yes, you are. Look at you. So everyone, here is the flyer. There's an opportunity. You're going to register and get all of the details about the program at www.420wellnessjamaica.com. That's where you go to get the information and plug in. But this is the flyer that's showing the empowerment and the educational part of the program. We'll also have a flyer promoting the various artists that'll be presenting. And then because I caught up with Jakutta we were literally going the opposite directions on the road, and we pulled over to have fresh coconut, and he's driving by and sees us and stops, and we were able to do a quick video in front of the coconut shop. So, talk about just serendipity. It's, all of those things coming together. So I'm just really excited. And, what we're telling people is not only look and begin planning for next year, because this is going to be an annual program, and we want to make sure that we not only support the farmers, but the local entrepreneurs.
Now, Dr. Money, what's so interesting about this, and when you speak to goals, is, and I'm glad that we are talking about this Black in Jamaica. What's interesting about it is when we were in Jamaica together back in August, you talked about wanting to have a concert where you brought people together. You talked about wanting to do something with the farmers and doing something organically. And we said, yeah, that would be something nice to do. You probably need to take a year or two to plan it and to do it. And then you just went back to Jamaica, 2 weeks ago, last week, and you called me, contacted me and said, Black in Jamaica, we're going to do something for Black History Month. And I'm thinking, oh, sure. Black History Month 2022, no problem. Because we're already in Black History Month. So there is not a way that you're actually talking about, you want me to do something this month, not this month. And you're like, no, we're going to do it this month. We need to do it now. We're going to do it this month. And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? It is already almost mid-February. So I don't think that's a good idea. We just started February, Black History Month. People already have their stuff set. My family foundation is doing a reading hour. We already planned this, And you said, well, no, we need to do it now. So we're going to start doing it. And immediately here you have it. And you put together your lineup. People started just coming. It was the manifestation. It was the belief that you could have something like this, but you already started speaking it into existence back in August. So again, being in the now, being in the present, knowing when it's time, and stepping into that when it's time. So I applaud you for stepping into that. The other thing that we talked a lot about that began to manifest as we were there were these farm to table kitchens, and we were able to go to that wonderful kitchen after you started talking about, my dream is to have this spa and the farm to table food and all these different wellness things. And here you are with your wellness initiative already there. And you already have people coming to Jamaica to the spa. Tell us a little bit about the spa. I don't have a picture of the spa, so I'll take this one. That is
so exciting. No, that is so true. Literally, one of my colleagues who has been following us on Facebook and knew that we were going back and forth between being here in Jamaica, when I said I was on my way back, she said, look, it's my birthday. I'm coming. I need you to be ready to receive me. So I was like, guys, can we put together a treatment plan? So we literally thought about all the different things that we have. And we're like, well, we can. She could do mineral springs this day. She can get an assessment this day. She can do cell regeneration every day. She could do, we literally put together an entire package. And we were able to create a special where we could do a 7-day retreat, a wellness retreat for $1,500, and you buy your own flight. So you pay for your flight, and we got you your ground transportation, your accommodations, your treatments, and your activities are all in that $1,500 for the 7 days. Now, you will have some extra meals outside of it. All of your meals are not included, but there is a special dinner with the chef that's included, and a welcome meal that's included. So outside of that, just a few, but most of the stuff that you're going to be exposed to are the foods, the fruits and vegetables from the gardens, from the farm. So when you think about it, once Dr. Oliver finishes with you, you're going to be on first a detox. So you won't be buying any junk anyway.
So I didn't like eating with Dr. Oliver. He was picking all through the food. Like, take that off. That's not a good piece of lettuce. Do this. Don't criticize the food. I just need to eat. Don't tell me how bad it is.
Oh my God. He is so funny. He is so funny that we actually decided that we're going to be doing a segment called Dining with the Doctors, because try to have a meal with him.
I did. I had a meal with him.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes.
Well, this has been wonderful. I have a 9:30 appointment and it's right 9:30 right now. Ooh.
Okay.
So we are going to say goodbye. Remember, Blacks in Jamaica is coming up on the 27th of February, and you can book it at 420wellnessjamaica.com. Go to 420wellnessjamaica.com. You also can reach out to Dr. Money for that week-long trip and sign up for that and get to Jamaica. So enjoy, and remember to keep your goals in the present. Walk in the now. We are human beings, not human doers, not human wanters. We are human beings living in the now. So thank you guys for joining us on the Money and Mindset Show. Dr. Money, you got something to close us out with?
You close us out perfectly, Mama, as always.
All right, we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Very good. We'll see you guys next week.